Hey guys, and welcome to Car Guy 1999 Reviews as well as Quirk Auto Dealers. Today we have the 2020 Ford Edge ST. This is my first time ever driving the Edge ST and first time driving an Edge in general. I used to own a 2018 Ford Focus ST. It was actually one of the last ones made. I think it was made in the last month or so before they shut down the plant. But it's a really good SUV. I missed my Focus. I put about 22,000 miles on it. I had it for a year. It was kind of my commuter car. It was my only car. It was my daily driver. But I definitely sometimes miss that car. So now I'm excited to finally get the chance to drive the Edge ST, which is the car that continued the ST nameplate. Of course, since the Focus and Fiesta are no longer, the Edge ST is this and the Explorer ST are the only two STs left. So let's take a look at this color. Agate black metallic. Absolutely awesome. It's almost like diamond black. It's beautiful. Total price comes to $50,040. Pretty much fully loaded. Equipment group 401A. You might be able to get a couple more options, but not too much. What's awesome is Ford continued the ST experience, so to speak. So now, of course, the Focus and Fiesta are gone. So now they have the ST SUV experience. So when you purchase or lease an ST, included with the car is a one-day driving experience. You can bring your guest, one-night hotel stay, a dinner and breakfast, and catered lunch. You get special gifts, and of course the memories that go with it. And of course, that's available. Well, it used to be available for people who leased as well. I think you can still do it, and I think you have about up to a year to book the experience. And they do fill up quite fast. So if you purchased one of these, a couple months ago, try your hardest to make it out. I was going to do it, but I knew I was going to be getting my Challenger in the coming months, so I decided to save my money to use as a down payment towards my car. Nice white stitching throughout, and you do have Alcantara in the seats. Absolutely gorgeous. Ford Performance on the kick plate. Inside the gauge cluster is pretty much the I thought the radio was still going. Pretty much the exact same as the Fusion. You'll see steering wheel is very symmetrical. You got same buttons over here because this side controls that screen, this side controls that screen. Relatively self-explanatory. I wanted to see what it has for the motor. 2.7 V6, that's what I thought. 335 horsepower. Definitely a good amount of oomph. It's more than the Focus ST had by almost 100 horsepower. Nice, look at this, panoramic sunroof, absolutely awesome. I'm gonna go ahead, you know what, no, I'll leave that open. Rotary dial, same one as the Ford GT. So when you buy one of these, you own a piece of a Ford GT. Steering wheel is probably my favorite part of this car. It's a thin rim. With that white stitching, ST badging. Also, let me see if I grab the right key because I have like 4 keys on me. Look at the ST logo on the key. Absolutely awesome. Ford has always been very good about theming vehicles. For example, look at your King Ranch trucks. Everything in there relates somehow or another, and so like the other STs, I'm not sure how they do it in this one, if it's via the speaker or the same way as the Fiesta and Focus. The Fiesta and Focus had what's known as a sound symposer, which was a little tube that was basically, I think it was either connected to the firewall or the intake, and what it did was, when you accelerated, it diverted some of that intake sound and sound from the engine into the cabin through the firewall through that little tube. So it's not fake sound, it's just amplified. I'm not sure what they did on this one. It might be through the speaker system like BMW does, or they might have kept that same concept with the sound symposer tube. When you're just kind of cruising around town, it's nice and quiet, but once you step on the pedal, that's when it starts to pump in that sound. And it's a very, very good sound. It's not, you know, completely and utterly atrocious. Actually, after stepping out of the Raptor, it sounds pretty similar. Obviously not exactly the same, but it sounds similar. And the Raptor V6 has a pretty good sound to it. Obviously, it's not going to sound like a top fuel dragster because at the end of the day, it's an SUV. Oh man, that is quick. Like I said, that was like my first full acceleration. I don't drive the car as much before I start filming, as I kind of like to keep the miles as low as possible, while also getting a feel for the car so I can talk about it. That was really my first acceleration. It is quick. It feels quicker than the Explorer ST. Then again, it is smaller. I do think it uses a different motor, so of course powertrain and power band, where it makes peak power, is going to be a little bit different. But it is very, very quick. I do like the interior a lot with the Edge. It's very simplistic, which makes it very easy to learn for new owners. What I think this car really competes well with is the Blazer RS. I think that is pretty much a direct competitor to this car. And I like both very, very much. With my money, I'd probably go Edge ST. Just because, you know, that's personal preference for me. A little bit more power. I like the sound of this one a little bit more. The driving dynamics feel more like an actual sports car. But it's very, very close. Maybe that would be a really good comparison video between the Edge ST and the Blazer RS. That'd be pretty fun. Get to drive both of those cars again. That would be absolutely awesome. Cornering, it's amazing how they made this thing handle. Even though you're sat up, my seat's all the way down, I can still see the hood. You're sat very high up, but it doesn't handle like you're sat high up. It feels very, very low center of gravity. You know, it does feel like an ST should. And that was my biggest question with this car, was, does it feel like an ST? Obviously, it's not a manual, it's not, you know, a hot hatch like the STs were, but I definitely think it is changed enough to warrant the name change and the continuation of the ST badging. I'd rather them do this than completely get rid of ST forever. Although that probably would have helped my resale value on the Focus, but I made some money on that car, so that's good. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.